Hi there, my name is Logan, and I'm on a journey to try food from every country in the world. Food is one of the languages that unites all of us, and I want to know what the world eats. So can I afford to fly all around the world? Let alone afford every traditional dish? No, but I am fortunate enough to live in one of the most multicultural countries of the world, so I'll make do with what I got. So come join me on this adventure of worldwide culinary discovery. Venezuela is a beautiful country with beautiful people. Unfortunately, however, the country is in the midst of a political and socio-economic crisis that has left the majority of Venezuelans starving, poor, and dying. This show is not about politics, but food. And when Venezuelans have to queue in lines at barren supermarkets for their groceries and dig for food out of rubbish bins, my heart goes out to them. Living in a very fortunate and wonderful country like Australia, where food is so easily accessible, makes me really appreciate the life that I have. And it should be a reminder for us to not take such basic things for granted. So here are some of the common ingredients in Venezuelan cuisine. First up, we have corn, also known as maize. Corn flour is used to make traditional arepas, which is cornbread. We also have rice and potatoes, and yuca, also known as cassava. The interesting thing here is that tapioca is the starch extract of the cassava root, and the cassava root is drier and more fibrous than potatoes. Therefore, when it is fried, it is crispier. It should also be noted that raw cassava can produce cyanide if consumed raw, so it needs to be peeled and prepared properly for safe consumption. We then have plantains, also known as cooking banana. These are starchier and less sweet than bananas, and are treated like a vegetable, as opposed to a fruit. Moving on, we have cheese. Venezuela has a rich cheese culture, and that has all types of cheese, from fresh to mature. A very popular cheese is queso de mano, which translates to cheese of the hand, but this cheese is impossible to find in Australia. The meats consumed include beef, chicken, pork, and seafood. Vegetables, herbs, and spices include tomatoes, coriander, onions, garlic, peppers, and beans. As for fruits, we have pineapples, papayas, mangoes, custard apples, and guavas.
Welcome to Candela. Thanks for coming along here. Today we are running a special day because actually we offer in Venezuelan food only. We do Latin fusion, but we actually cater for the country. Today we are doing only Venezuelan food. That's where we are originally from. And yeah, I have to. You like it?
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name, buddy?
My name is Christopher.
Nice.
And today we're going to show you the menu.
Nice.
Okay. We have different foods. We also have burgers and things. And
Yeah.
that's one of the foods there.
Oh, nice.
And where is this fruit from? What country?
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
And we speak
Venezuela.
Spanish.
Nice.
That's nice. beef, minced beef, scrambled eggs, chicken, cheese, black beans and cheese, sweet plantain and cheese, potato and cheese, pabellón, chard, chorizo, and sausages.
Nice. Ready? Oh, made it! Hold it focus.
Well,
Thank you.
this one here is the empanada.
Empanada?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So this is the empanada de carne mechada. That is a fried cornbread parcel, the empanada, filled with carne mechada, which is pulled beef, garlic, onions, capsicum, coriander, oregano, and cumin. And here we have mojito, not to be confused with the cocktail. It is a salsa made from coriander, onions, spring onions, tomatoes, vinegar, and chili. And here we have some garlic mayonnaise. It is made from garlic and mayonnaise. The green color is from coriander, according to online sources. So how does the empanada de carne mechada taste? Delicious. The empanada is crispy and warm, while the pulled beef is juicy and flavoursome. Now what about the garlic mayonnaise? Well, it's creamy, with medium garlic pungency. The garlic isn't overpowering, which I personally prefer. Great stuff. Now what about the Mojito Salsa? How does that taste? Amazing. It has a refreshing combination of herby, spicy and tangy flavours, and I could eat bowls of this stuff. Next up we have Tequeños. These are fried breadsticks with cheese filling. How do Tequeños taste? Well, the pastry is biscuit-like on the outside, but fluffy on the inside, while the cheese is stowy and mild in strength. Overall, Tequeños are an amazing snack. And here we have the awesome Christopher, bringing me some Jugo de Maracuya, otherwise known as passion fruit juice. So how does passion fruit juice taste? It's very refreshing, has fruity and tart flavors, and helps wash down warm and filling foods. This would be great during warmer weathers.
Patacon pork.
Nice.
So the patacon is plantain. That's the plantain. That's the green.
Nice. Yeah.
We also use the right one. Now, the thing with the patacon is usually what we eat when we are at the beach.
Yeah.
So you're at the beach and then you buy the fried big fish,
Yeah.
salad, and patacones on the side.
So this is my first time having plantains, and I can tell you that plantain is definitely less sweet and tastes heavier than a banana, but it still has that unique banana scent to it. How do the toppings taste? Well, there's a delicious combination of flavors and textures. The crunchiness and zesty flavors from the plantain, sauce and salads works perfectly with the soft, juicy and tender meat. This is awesome. Here are some Maltin, Hola. It's non-alcoholic, lightly carbonated malt, brewed from barley, hops and water, like beer. So how does Maltin taste? Similar to barley sugar candy, but liquid form, and just not as sweet. The liquid itself is dense, like beer, and would make for a great beverage in warmer weathers. Next up we have Arepa Pabellón. That is fried cornbread, the arepa, with slow cooked shredded beef, sweet plantain slices, black beans and cheese. And these ingredients make up the pabellón, which translates to pavilion. Now this dish is considered the national dish of Venezuela. The beautiful thing about arepas is that they can be cooked in various ways, whether it be grilled, fried, or even boiled. And here we have some chimichurri, an Argentinian sauce that is made from parsley, oregano, garlic, onions and chili. How does the Arepa Pabellón taste? Fantastic. The arepa provides crispness in contrast to the softness of the beans, meat and cheese. There is definitely a winning combination of savory flavors that will warm up your stomach. So what about the chimichurri? Well, the chimichurri provides viscous, herby, mildly tangy and spicy flavors that add zing to the Arepa Pabellón. It's good, but I personally prefer the Mojito Salsa over chimichurri. Moving on, we have Asada Negro, which is Mihail's favorite. It is a fried cornbread with round steak, slow cooked with onion, garlic and brown sugar, and beef and wine broth, topped with cheese. How does it taste? Very impressive. The steak and sauce have strong, sharp flavors with hints of sweetness, and are complemented well by the cheese. This is a great dish that would be perfect alongside cold beverages.
This is first time trying summer food, it's amazing.
Well, you have tried Mexican before.
I don't like tacos, you know, that stuff,
it's
but
not the same thing.
it's not the same now.
Some people, when we started, because we were from South America, yes, so you go burritos and tacos, no. Actually, Mexico is quite far from us.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But people talk South, you know, a lot of people that think South American is just tacos and
That's why
burritos.
it took quite a while for us to educate people.
Yeah.
Because no one could relate to what we do.
Yeah.
And here we have some Yuca Frita, also known as Cassava Fries. These are crispy cassava sticks served with chipotle mayonnaise. Now for those who don't know, including myself, a chipotle is a smoked dried chili pepper. So how do these cassava fries taste? As mentioned before, the cassava is drier and more fibrous than potatoes. Therefore, when it's fried, it is super crispy. It does have a distinctive, nutty tapioca taste, however. I'd still recommend this. And what about the chipotle mayonnaise? Well, the mayonnaise is very creamy and mildly spicy and works really well to balance the nutty cassava flavors. This here is definitely a winning combination. Okay, so at this point I'm starting to get really full, but we still have one meal left, and that is Empanadas De Nutella, crispy parcels filled with Nutella spread, banana and nuts. how do these taste? Well, the pastry is crispy on the outside while being soft on the inside. The filling is warm, gooey, and tastes fruity and nutty without being too sweet. I'd highly recommend this for anyone that loves desserts. And that brings us to the end of Venezuelan food and another episode of Logan Eats the World. Overall, it has been a fantastic experience trying Venezuelan foods, especially at Candela Latin America Foods with Mihail and his wonderful family. If you're in Adelaide, do me a favour and drop by at this place. Not only is the food amazing, but so is the hospitality and service. I'm surprised myself though that Venezuelan food is not more popular in countries like Australia. Many of the meals are easily adaptable to Western palates. I hope that this video somehow brings awareness to the awesomeness that is Venezuelan food. So 3 countries down and 193 left to go. Thanks for watching and see you next episode. If you would like to support this show, make sure to like this video and click the subscribe button. And click the notification bell to be notified of new episodes when they come out.